Hi children, welcome back to online class. I am Binila, your English teacher for grade 11. In the previous class, you have learnt about lexical competencies, that is prefix, suffix, foreign words, borrowed words and compound words, appropriate phrases. These are all the things you have learnt, right? So in this class, the remaining lexical competencies you are going to learn, that is abbreviations and acronyms, syllabifications and question tags. So we are going to see about the topics, right? Okay. Now let me start with the abbreviations and acronyms, right? So most commonly you know what is abbreviations, right? What is abbreviations? It is a short form of a word or a phrase. Okay, so the first letter of the each word it will be expressed. Okay, for example, MA means Master of Arts, and sometimes it will be with the first letter and the last letter. For example, doctor, DR means doctor, right? Okay, so you all know what is abbreviations, right? What is meant by acronym then? So everybody has a doubt in abbreviations and acronyms. What is the difference between you have, right? So what is the acronym means is a word formed from the initial letter of the descriptions of an abbreviations, and it can be read as a word. Okay, for example, who means we are not spelling out with the each word WHO, we are not telling, we are reading that as a word who. What is the meaning? What is the acronym for that? World Health Organization. Okay. So when we read that word, we will be called as an acronym. When we spell out the letters, we will be called as an abbreviation. Are you clear about the what is meant by abbreviations and acronym? Right. Okay. So now let me tell you a lot of examples for the abbreviations. You must know some important abbreviations, but let me tell you from the book back, which is that regarding your lessons, right? So know more about this, then you can go for the additional, right? Listen to the words. RSC. RSC means referee stopped contest. What is the abbreviation of USA? Yes, right. United States of America. STD. Subscribers trunk dialing. ISD. International Subscribers Dialing. MBA Master of Business Administration. NSS National Service Scheme. GPS Global Positioning System. PTA Parent Teacher Association. NGO Non-governmental organization. Common ICU is common. What is the answer? Intensive care unit. ECG electrocardiogram. LED light emitting diode. LCD liquid crystal display. IIT Indian Institute of Technology. NRI non-resident Indian. Okay, let me tell you few examples for acronym. For example, VIBGYA, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. RADAR, radio detection and ranging. AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. GATE, Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. LAN, Local Area Network. OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. TANSI, Tamil Nadu Small Industries Corporation Limited. Virus, Vital Information Retrieval or Resources Under Siege. SALT, Strategic Arms Limitation Talks or Treaty. LASER, Light amplification by stimulated emissions of radiation. 12. Test of English as a foreign language. CAD, computer aided design. Right? Okay. So general I have told you, but still many things you must learn, right? The additional one you have to learn. Okay. Now let me tell you how the question they will be asked for the exam. Choose the expanded form of GPS and the four option will be given. A. Global positioning system. B. Geometric positioning system. C. Global placing system. And D. Geometric placing service. So you have to identify the proper answer, and the correct answer is global positioning system. Okay, and one more. Choose the expanded form of IBA. AIBA, IBA, right? Option A, Association Internal Bureau Administration, Association Internationally Deboxy Airport, Association Internationally Deboxy Amateur, Airport International Deboxy Amateur. So IBA, the correct answer is Association Internationally Deboxy Amateur, right? Okay. Choose the expanded form of IELTS. International English Learners Test System, International English Language Test Service, International English Language Training System, International English Language Test System. What is the correct answer for IELTS? Option D, International English Language Test System, right? So this is the way they will be asking the question for abbreviations and acronym, right? Okay, let us move on to the next topic, syllabification. So what do you mean by syllabification is, it is a small unit which helps for pronunciation, right? So syllables are calculated according to the vowel sounds in the word, right? What do you mean by vowels and consonant sounds? Vowel sounds A, E, I, O, U. The sounds with the A, E, I, O, U will be called as an vowel sounds, right? So what is meant by consonant sounds? Other than this A, E, I, O, U. So what will be calling? B, C, D, these all the things are there, no? So we'll be pronouncing ba, ka, da, right? So these words will be called as a consonant sounds. Except the vowel sounds, the remaining fully will be called as a consonant sounds, right? So now here let me give you some tips for that. Okay, so when there are two consonants between two vowels, then the syllable will be divided between the two consonants. We have to split that, right? So where there is a sounds, it splits the vowel, there we have to split that and we have to put the syllable. So here we can two consonant sounds are there, and between that two vowels are there, right? So here let me give you one example, confess. Have you seen the word vowel? C-O, confess. O is there, and F-E, E is the vowel sound in the other part. So we can split confess, right? Okay, so next point, when there are more than two consonants between two vowels, then the syllable will be divided between the first two consonants. For example, further. Okay, so where is the consonant here? R is a consonant, right? So after U vowel, R is there, and the other sign, the THE, E is a vowel, and the TH is the, what is that? Consonant sound, right? Okay. Next, third point, when there is one consonant between two vowels, then the syllable will be divided before the consonant if the vowel is so long, right? For example, detour, right? Okay, fourth point, when there is one consonant between two vowels, then the syllable will be divided after the consonant if the vowel is so short. Example, dozen. Okay, now fifth point, let me tell you. When a word ends with le, le, then the syllable will be divided before the preceding consonant of le. For example, feeble. See, le is the last word is the, before the consonant itself we are splitting. Consonant word is the, B is the word, right? So before that we are splitting this, feeble. Okay, next point. When your words end with ed, and ed is preceded by d or t, then ed will be a separate syllable. Okay, if it is with after t or after d, if ed comes means we have to split that. For example, end, end, after d only what is coming, ed is coming, right? So before that itself we have to split. Before the ed we have to split. Wanted, before the t we have to, sorry, after t we have to split ed in a separate syllable, right? Okay, like that we have to separate. Next point, when a word ends with ed and ed is not preceded by d or t, then ed will not be a separate syllable for the most words, like battered. See, we are not separating that. Battered, ed. It is not proceeding with d or t. It is what is coming there? After t, e, r only it is coming. Okay, so you can see that before ed, if d and t comes only, what you have to do? You have to split that. In this case, you cannot split it, right? Trifled, trifled. So it is not d or t there, right? L only it is there. So we have splitted before that itself, right? Okay, next point. The word with a prefix is divided between the root word and the prefix. Okay, so unleash. Have you seen unleash? That is, un is a prefix, right? After that we have splitted. Okay, next one. The word with a suffix is divided between the root word and the suffix. Okay, you can see the grievous. Grievous is a suffix, right? ous is a suffix. Ceaseless. Ceaseless is a suffix. So we are splitting there, right? Okay, next point. If e is the final letter of your word, then e will be usually silent in it and it will not be a syllable. So usually e, if it is comes at the last word, last letter of your word, what will come? We will not pronounce that separately. E, like that we will not pronounce separately. So what is that will be? We cannot split that into a syllable. For example, rule, R-U-L-E. We are not separately pronouncing E. Rule, we are not pronouncing. We are pronouncing rule. So it will be a single syllable. Lake, right? So E separately it is not pronounced there. Next word, next sentence. When words begin with any of the following, that is ad, al, can, can, com, d, dis, en, x, then these will be the first syllable of that word. Okay, so for example, advent, ad is there, no? So that is the first syllable of the word. We are separately telling that. Debate, d is the first syllable in that word, right? Okay, when words, next one, when words end with any of the following, that is cal, ful, ish, ing, les, then like this words it is there, no? This will be the final syllable of the word. We can split that as a separate syllable. Example, leading, ing, what we are doing? Separately we are splitting. Argument, ar separately, gr separately, ment separately, only we can split that as a word, right? So like this only syllabification we will be splitting according to the vowel sounds and consonant sounds. Pronunciation we have to split the syllable and we have to write. Okay, so now let me give you few examples. Examples for monosyllable, that is one syllable. One syllable will be called as a monosyllable, right? Aim, church, school. For disyllable, ago, rejoice, noble. For trisyllable, advantage, non-violence, candidate. For tetrasyllable, impossible, alternative, participant. For pentasyllable, deliberations, electricity, alliteration. For polysyllable, that is many, right? Autobiography, imaginatively, extraordinary, right? This will be like this only, the syllabification will be splitted. Okay, so now let me tell you how they will be asking for you the question. Choose the correct syllabification of the word championship. How you will split that? 4 options will be given. CHAMPIONSHIP. This will be splitted into 4 options and it will be given. You have to find the answer. So what is the answer? C is the answer. Championship. CHAMPIONSHIP. This is the answer. Okay, one more example. Choose the correct syllabification of the word education. Okay, 4 options will be given. You have to choose the correct one. What is the answer? Edu, E-D-U-C is a separate word. A separate, T-I-O-N is a separate word. Right? Okay. So, I hope you understood about the syllabification. Okay. Next topic, we will move to question tags. Right? A question tag is the shortest form of a question using the verb plus pronoun. Okay, so usually a question tag, how it will be there? If the sentence is statement is in a positive, you have to use a negative tag, and the negative statement, if it is there, means you have to use a positive tag. Right? This is the basic thing here. So what you have to do, you have to use not in the not to that and short it as a nt. Not, don't write not. You have to cut short that not as a n apostrophe t. Then write the pronoun, that is the subject, you have to change it. Right? Okay. So for example, what you have to do is in the sentence, you are good. Okay. So what is the verb here? Are is the auxiliary verb. Right? Underline that are. And what you have to do it, this is in a positive sentence. Right? So you have to add negative. So with are, what you have to do? Negative you have to write it. Not you have to add. Then what is the pronoun there? You is the pronoun. So or not you. Right? Or plus not, what will come in a short form? Aren't. So what is the answer? Aren't you is the question tag for are you. Sorry, you are good. Right? Okay. So one more example. He is good. What is the auxiliary verb there? Is the auxiliary verb. Is plus not, isn't. What is the pronoun there? He is the pronoun. Right? So answer is isn't he. They are good. Or is the auxiliary verb. They is the pronoun. Or plus not, aren't they? Question mark. He has money. Has plus not, hasn't, pronoun he. So you have to put the question mark there. That is a question tag. She is a teacher. What is the verb there? Is a verb. So is plus not, isn't. What is the pronoun there? She. So isn't she. I am good. Am is a verb, right? So am plus not we can use as a aren't. Aren't also is a correct format. So what you can do? What is the pronoun? I is the pronoun. So aren't I, you can write it. Okay. So this is the thing. If there is a main verb comes, what you have to do? We have to separate that. Okay. What is the verb? Present form verb, if it is comes, what you have to do? Do plus verb is the present form. Verb plus yes or es plus ies comes means does plus verb, present form. Verb past form means did plus verb, it will change as a present form. Okay. For example, do plus go, go. Does plus go, goes. Did plus go, went. Understood? Again, one more example. Let me tell you about the separation of main verb. Do plus play, play. Does plus play, plays. Did plus play, played. Okay. So now let me tell you one example. They come late. What is the answer for this? Come is a do plus come. Right. So what is the answer will come? Do plus not. What is the answer? Do not. Don't. What is the pronoun? They. Don't. They. He goes late. What is the goes word is a? How you will split goes? Does plus go only will come. Right. Does plus go, goes. So how you will split this? Does it plus not, doesn't. Pronoun what is that? He, doesn't he. She went late. Didn't, she is the answer. Got it? So this is the way you have to identify the question tag. Next, Negative sentence takes a positive tags, right? So how you will identify that is a negative sentence? If the words it has, the verb has negative, not, didn't, no. If it comes, you will identify that is a negative sentence. So other than that, few words also it represent it is a negative. What are they is? No, none, little, few, rarely, hardly, barely, scarcely, neither, never, seldom, not. Like these words, everything also it represents negative sentence, right? So if these words comes in a sentence, you have to identify that is a negative, and what you have to do it, you have to change the tag as a positive one. Clear? Next, for some comments and requests also you have to use separate tags, right? For suggestions, let us go. That means you have to use shall we. For simple request, come with me, or please get me some water, you have to use will you. Send the mail, won't you. Call the police, won't you. Or some remarks you have to keep quiet, you have to mention can't you. Listen to me, you have to use can't you. So for some comments and requests, you have to use separate tags. The question can be asked like, choose the most appropriate question tag for the following sentence, right? First sentence, let me tell you, you are a student. The four options will be given, so you have to find the answer. What is the answer for this? Aren't you? One more question. She rarely absents herself. So this is a negative sentence. So what you have to do? You have to write the answer in a positive, right? Four options will be given. The answer will be does she. Let us go for a movie. So let us comes means what you have to write? Shall, right? So the answer is shall we. Okay. Hope you are all clear about abbreviations and acronyms, syllabifications and question tag. Okay. Thank you students. Let us meet in the next video. Bye bye.